Hi, it's Heidi from A Lively Hope, and today I'm going to show you how I transfer embroidery patterns onto fabric. This is a very frequent question I receive, and there are a couple of ways I really like to do it. We'll get into those today. So this is a product called Sulky Sticky Fabri-Solvi, which is quite a mouthful, but a very useful tool. It's paper you can put in your printer and print directly on, and then you peel the back off and stick it onto your fabric. You then stitch right through it, and then once you're done, this Fabri-Solvi dissolves in water, and I'll show you that a little bit in a minute. Another option is to use these water-soluble pens. This is how I started, with a water-soluble pen and a light box that my husband made for me. He's very handy, but you can also find a light box on Amazon, or even just use a brightly lit window or your iPad or other tablet. So I will show you that first today. Here I've got the pattern. Oh look, there's my face. Hello. Here I've got the pattern on my iPad. You can see it, kind of. I can see it better through the fabric. So I would just make sure that it's the right size. And then trace right over the top. So I'll spare you from watching me do that all the way through. But the cool thing about this is I would then put this into my hoop, follow the instructions to stitch the pattern, and then when I'm done, run this under water or spray it with a spray bottle, and all of this water erasable or water soluble pen will come off, leaving just your stitches behind. You can use a pencil. A lot of people use pencils, but they just don't erase as well. So if you make a mistake or don't cover a line completely, it doesn't work as well to get it off there. It also can get your thread dirty, I've found. So that's why I prefer to spend a little bit of money on these other transfer methods. So here I'm setting up my hoop to use the Fabri-Solvi. And I will just cut pretty close, leaving a little bit of extra room around the outside. Give it a little place to adhere to the fabric. Just make sure that fits. It does. So I will take off the backing. You can see it is like a big sticker. You place it, and of course you can always adjust. If it's not completely centered, that's fine. You can adjust it before you finish the frame. So then I usually just rub around, making sure there's no wrinkles in the fabric. You want it to be nice and taut. And as you're stitching, this may pull up just a little bit, but you can just rub it back down. And that's that. So here's an example of this same pattern that I stitched using Fabri-Solvi on linen, and then ran it under water, and all of this fabric sticker thing erased. It dissolved. So then you just let it dry, and then you can finish your hoop or frame it or whatever you want to do. So those are the two ways I use to transfer the pattern onto fabric.